How do you go from an idea that you have for an app to an actual product, an actual app? How difficult is it really to build an app? When you have an idea and you just want to code it up, what's really the tough part? I'm gonna pull back the curtain on how simple it is to build a really nice, fun, sleek, and elegant app. A lot of this can be quickly, and I'm gonna show you how. So to build this quiz app, first things first, we have our custom theme, and we feed this custom theme into our app like so. And we have local data where I have 40 or so words that we will use as the data. We have this quiz card type, which we will use to show the quiz. It has ID, Spanish, English, and German. We will have this utility file in which we need two functions, one to pick a word and then one to pick a bunch of words. So here for a pick word, we will input the array that we pick from, and then we will just randomly pick it. So when we want to pick multiple words, we have this function pick words, and it takes again the list of words and also the number, how many words we want to pick. It then also returns the finished array. But how do we get there? So first, in case we don't have enough words, we will just return the remaining words. Then we need to instantialize the array, and we just loop over until the array is full, and we pick new words. And if the word is already, as you can see here, we don't want to fill it with duplicate words, so we only want unique words. Then for some subcomponents, we will have a countdown bar, which takes countdown bar props. And yeah, these are all the attributes that it needs. It needs to be positioned absolutely, and it will take a background color that we give it later. Also, we need a score bubble. This is the little bubble that pops up when you fill out the score. And yeah, this is all the logic that is needed for that. Really important is the countdown bar that goes down. For this, we will use a parent animation component. This will be this countdown animation right here. And it will take a trigger for when we want to have this animation, the children, which is the actual bar, then we just code it up, and the duration, by default, it's 7 seconds. And a hook for on animation is over, that we know the time has run out. So we need to have some Chakra Framer motion border code, which is this here. And then we finally add the box with the absolute stuff and the callback for on animation is over. And finally, this is so if whenever trigger animation is true, we want the height to change in this way. And these are the duration, and that ease is linear, because for other things we want different easing, but for the countdown we obviously want it to be linear. We also have a small animation for the next question, and we have some more animations, so success animation and success bubble animation and success animation. So let's put this into action. To get started, first we need a score. So we need a bunch of state. First thing is score, then is streak. Of course, we need to set the words. We will use this from the local data. Then optionally later, maybe we could have add this language. We need to pick a word that is the current word, basically the question that we display, the correctly picked one. Then current words. These are the words that are in rotation that the user can answer. We need a way of knowing if the question is running. So if the countdown timer is running, we have a state for this, and equally for if it has been answered. There's a correct answer that's really important to know if the user answered correctly. The speed of the countdown bar, we wanted to change it dynamically, the answered word. And then finally, we need some logic. If the running or has answered is changed, we want to set the running to false in case the has answered is true. And we have a function here to switch over in case the countdown bar goes down, but if it goes down after the user already has answered, we just want to ignore everything. That's what this line is doing. And so whenever words changes, we want to set the current words to, we want a new couple of current words, and so we use the utility function pick words to get the new words. If the words are completely done, we don't want this. This should never happen, but we don't want the app to crash in that case. Finally, after we have the current words, we want to check if it's bigger than 0. Again, this is just so the app doesn't crash in case some anomaly occurs. And what we're doing here is we are picking a random word from the current words. We can't just pick a random word from all the words because the question word, the one the users asked, has to match what's down below with the current quiz words. Finally, based on the streak, we want to change the speed. The streak we will increase if something is correct. You can see if the time is over, we set the streak to 0. And you can see in a bit, we also increase the streak. But so based on the streak, we will have a baseline speed of 7 seconds, and this will be decreased by 0.3 times the streak. If we can also set this to 1:1, but then it goes down so quickly, it's more smooth with 0.3. And we will bottom this out so that it cannot go lower than 2. Yeah, we'll pick the min there and then we'll set it. So here we are going with the next pair of questions. First we have 2 escape clauses. Then we set the has answered as false because we want to go to the running, which we set to true here. And then we want to thin out the words so that we don't get duplicates where we remove the words from we remove the current word from the words list. Finally, we get to the heart of the logic here where, so we have, this is the user has answered. So we say that has answered is true. We set the answer word, which is relevant for some other logic. And in case the answer word equals the word, so the word the user has tapped on, we set that it's correct. And we increase the streak. This is some odd logic because I'm multiplying it, so the streak should stay itself if it's, or like go to 1. And we increase the streak here, the score and the streak. And we increase the score and the streak here. In the other case, obviously it's wrong and it should be 0. This is the color coding for the down countdown timer. The default is this red, and then for correct it's the light blue, and then the shallow red for this one. And here we have some color logic for the buttons. They're in the theme, all these cases. Here are some more utility functions. So whenever the user clicks somewhere, we handle it here, and this is to see that the keyboard buttons 1 to 4, they press also the. So here we now have a countdown bar. I will cover I will cover this code in a bit. So let's start implementing this. We have a parent component that has the key and button functions and also some other display logic, mainly that it shows the whole screen. And then we will add the countdown bar, and but it will not show just yet. And we will show the score that is also gonna do something later, obviously. Next, let's show the question and the quiz buttons. First, we do a VStack, then we show the heading in the middle. In this case, it picked time randomly. And now we want to have a grid that for the 4 buttons with row of 2 and columns of 2. Now we map over the current words. Now we mapped over the current words, we show the color of the button and we show the actual word, as you can see here. Also, We change the size of whatever's on here, the text, depending on how long the word is. So there we go. We built a whole app in just a little bit of time. And yeah, so this is the app. We can click on things and it will judge us accordingly. So there you go. It was not that difficult. It was pretty straightforward. I hope you like the app and you find it interesting. I encourage you to build your own stuff. Hope this was interesting and have a nice day.